Taylor Hollander, thanks for coming in today. The Bedford Cup, a success in your mind, or how did it go for you?
Oh, it was a great success. The tournament ran smoothly. Our team was really successful, and I think a lot of the visiting teams had fun. So,
Maver winning the C draw. This a surprise? Were you a little bit surprised by how well, really all of your players played?
No, not really surprised. They've been practicing really hard. They've been pushing themselves in practice and in conditioning. So I wasn't surprised. I was surprised at how well some of them actually handled their nerves versus others, and some that were, that are always energetic and swinging through in practice got a little too tight on the match day. But throughout the tournament, it got better and better each round.
For sure. I know a tournament like that is not easy to put on, and I know that there was probably a lot of stress on your part as well as everyone else. Is it nice to have it over, and as you look back, nice to see that there was some success?
Well, I would like to thank the Bedford Foundation for allowing us to host this again. It's the 6th annual one, and this year we brought a tournament director, Lowell Kaufman, and he did a fantastic job kind of alleviating some of that stress for us coaches that we could actually be on the court, and I think that played a role in the overall success that we had. So I think for us, you get bumps in the road throughout the whole tournament, but as long as everyone's getting in as many matches as possible, that's what you want for the first tournament for most of these players, if not all of them.
Talk to me about the individualness of this part of the tennis season, because later on, Mountain West, it's going to be all about the team. How do you go about making sure that they don't forget that they're part of a team?
Well, I think that the overall goal in the fall is we want to perfect our game styles. We want to have confidence in specific shots, and we also want to support each other. So it was great to see that without even saying it, my team, the minute they finished the match, they'd find out which of their teammates was still on the court, and they would go and support. So I would have to say I heard a lot of energy, and I saw a lot of support throughout the whole team. So I didn't really have to hone on it too much. No one was really on their phones. They were just really supporting one another and cheering each other on, and wanted each other to have that success for the team overall. So I was pretty impressed.
That's awesome. You head to D.C. this week, Army and Navy. I'm assuming your gals are getting fired up for that?
Yeah, they're pretty fired up. It's a quick turnaround. I mean, we were only hitting the ball once, and then we're jumping on a plane and practicing when we get there. But I think it's a quick turnaround. It's great that we got in the amount of matches we did, and going into the tournament, this invite with some success, I think gives us that confidence that we really didn't have last year coming to this event. So,
how do you look at you're not able to see? Are you able to go back and watch somehow? You're not able to see every player on the court for every point. So how do you use that as a coach to coach people that you haven't really seen play too much?
Well, I trust my assistant as well covering those other banks, because it is kind of split at Army Navy invite, and that happens at a lot of tournaments. Even at ours, we had the varsity courts and the intramural courts. And then I also have to trust my players. They all have journals this year that they're supposed to give themselves feedback, review their matches, review their opponents, what they could have done well, what worked, what didn't work. So I think it's just also going back to that. And I have unfortunately a good memory when it comes to remembering last year's events versus this year's. So I think it's just, honing in and realizing we've got that big picture and mission in mind.
Taylor Hollander, thanks. Good luck in D.C.
Thank you so much.